Hey guys, this is James.
And this is Denny from TeaDB bringing you guys episode 224.
Yeah, so we are doing some
Oh my goodness.
hongcha, some red tea / black tea here.
Honky, let's say.
And
Yeah,
the honkies.
Probably shouldn't
Yeah,
say that.
as the
First
honkies
thing
say, some black tea, or as many Westerners say, the black tea. So this is from Wuyi Origin. This is grown in sort of the same greater provincial area as Wuyi teas. And I've not had this, but I've enjoyed a lot of Wuyi Origin's teas, so excited to try this.
Cool. I'm using a fair amount, but these leaves are pretty large, and so I feel like from a volume perspective, they're going to kind of melt down. If you use smaller leaves, they're going to per volume, they're gonna be more leaves per volume. If that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Oh, getting sweet text. Sorry, bros. And so because they're bigger leaves, they're gonna take up more space in the cup.
Yeah.
Per gram. So.
And so we both sniffed this bag, and now we're gonna get a chance to smell the leaves. And so this is like a tea where some of it is known for being smoky and others are known for not being smoky. Is this smoky or not?
It doesn't
smoky?
smell particularly smoky in comparison to some of them, which absolutely are insanely smoky. Turning off my phone, family. Sorry about that. So
yeah, to me, I agree. It's not. It doesn't have.
It smells more kind of sweet.
It smells very sweet. It smells very sort of like
grainy. I'm gonna
tea.
toss this first, just because you guys don't have to do that at home, but you can. No big deal. We're gonna kind of get into the oomph of the tea a little bit faster that way. We do run a tea show, so you should do it your own way. Let's do that to start. Sometimes these black teas really can be steeped for 30 seconds, the first steeping.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe with a little bit off of the boil heat. It smells wonderful, really aromatic.
Sort of has that sweet, malty black tea.
Exactly. Yep. Not quite barley, but that sort of characteristic. So when you say malty, people can think of kind of barley, some
grain.
Yeah, some sort of those oatmeal-y beers, maybe. Those sorts of flavors. Sure.
Thank you.
Salud.
Cheers.
I think it's underbrewed. So we'll just kick it up the...
Still opening up, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, let's just keep going. There's not enough complexity in here to really give it a fair shot, I think. I feel like I'm using enough leaf. I've never brewed this before, so this is all just kind of giving it a whirl.
Yeah, so we could go for a little bit longer on this one.
But yeah, I think we can. You can definitely tell that it is sweet.
Yeah.
It does have some of those malty flavors in the mouth. It's not astringent per se. It's maybe a little bit drying. It's not like a very deep feeling tea. It's kind of like those just sort of mouthfeel sensations for me at least.
And I think the taste of it is pretty similar to the aroma.
I agree.
At least what I got.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a light brew, as Denny has said. So we will see what we can get.
Much deeper saturation.
A little bit darker.
There.
And if this is still too light, we probably will need to reboil that water.
And or add leaf. But the leaves have expanded a fair amount.
It is taking up the majority of the gaiwan, at the very least.
So for a black tea, I'm usually reluctant to get... This is interesting. Let's see. I'm usually reluctant to have the gaiwan be completely full.
Yeah.
It just ends up being a little bit too bitter and strong. So for these teas tend to be a little bit more delicate for me, at least. Cheers, y'all.
Cheers, guys.
I think the body of it is just light. The texture, it just kind of is a light tea. Nevertheless, I think this is a deeper flavor now. A little bit of hint of that smokiness, but it's really subtle.
No bitterness to it.
Yeah, I wouldn't buy this Lapsang if you really love that peaty, smoky, not
Definitely.
peaty, but that smoky flavor. It's a softer, it's almost more on the sort of Oriental beauty, sweet,
I agree with that.
grainy flavor
Yeah.
profile than that sort of smoky, earthy Lapsang.
That being said, this would probably do very well on a mom test.
I agree completely.
Yeah. You knew what I was saying before I finished it.
Yeah.
So maybe not thumbs up on the campfire campfire fraternity party. I don't even know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what the opposite of the mom test is, but no, you don't need to be a complete tea freak to enjoy this tea. Let's put it that way. I think it has a really nice, lasting, perfumey mouth thing going on.
Yeah,
it's not super. Yeah, it's not super taste oriented, but I'm like smelling it in my mouth still, and
probably making my breath smell like black tea.
Yeah, it's a little floral. It's sweet. I think this is a very agreeable tea, like we talked about. Yeah. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and we've reboiled the water. We're going to go ahead and give this another soak here, brew, and like this time we're going to leave it for just as long as we did previously.
Yeah.
I think that my initial rinse might have been too long.
Could have been.
For a tea like this, and that it would have been better to have used done a flash rinse really quickly, or just drank that. Mm. We'll see. And this is the steeping that's gonna let us know. Is this gonna be too soft or what? So.
And Denny, so what color is this right here?
This is a pretty much just kind of like I call this like an orange. Okay. It was a little bit more yellow earlier, which I think signified a little bit stronger of a brew. Uh-huh. So I think from just the saturation of the color here, I'm expecting this to be not as strong actually. Okay. Yeah.
And what color do you normally get from a tea similar to this?
Yeah, this color.
This color?
Absolutely.
Okay.
This looks really standard.
So something like a red brew would be on the very strong end of it.
My goodness, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, even though it's called red tea, sometimes it doesn't really appear to be red to me ever. I think it looks much more orange. You're going to see red from a red puer. Yeah. So, cheers to
guys.
Mislabeling everything.
Yeah, red from a red puer, which is technically a hongcha, black tea.
So, this is an interesting tea because at first I was like, this isn't strong enough and blah, blah, blah. I think this is just a light tea texturally. Yeah. It still has plenty of strength, but it's very light. It's even like less viscous. It's really watery. It's less viscous than even a white tea or a green tea, in my opinion.
I think more of the texture is, or at least I'm picking up on more of the texture in the steep. It sort of has that sort of like silkiness that you sometimes get in black teas or Oriental beauty.
Flavor-wise, I think the aroma and the taste match pretty well. I think that the aroma might be nicer than the taste, frankly. I'm not super wowed by the taste, per se. I think it's tasty. And this is one of those teas that you could definitely have as a daily drinker. Yeah. But I'm also not like... Feel free to add the appropriate GIF to that internet. So I don't know. I'm not... I think I would put this at more of the, like... daily drinker, not spectacular, but I love black tea and I grabbed a ton of this.
So pretty casual drink. Like, I'll brew this at work, I'll think about it, I'll enjoy it. Right. But I'm not going to be focusing full attention on it.
Yeah. You could, but this is one of those teas that is a middle of the line black tea. Mm-hmm. So if I'm drinking Lapsang, I do kind of like to get that smokier flavor. I feel like if I'm having Lapsang, I want to be having that smoky flavor. That's what I think about. Nevertheless, so I wouldn't personally kind of subjectively categorize this as a Lapsang over a black tea. I would just put this as like a yummy, tasty black tea that's sweet, a little sort of malty, and a good daily drinker for sure.
It also seems like this would be a pretty, or actually an extremely easy tea to brew. Just to be able to toss some of these in. You could even like do the mom forget about it thing and come back to
Probably
to a more forgiving extent than other teas. Maybe.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
And I think the leaf quality is great and
smells wonderful.
Yeah, and the cleanliness is really good. I think you wouldn't need to worry about doing this in an iced tea, just throwing them in directly. So this is a tasty, yummy, kind of. I would encourage people who have never had Oriental Beauty, or had, black tea, Chinese black tea in general, but specifically that sort of like oaty, malty, grainier profile that's still sweet.
Yeah.
This is a great sort of starting place for that.
Yeah, no, I agree. It seems like a very friendly, accessible brew, I think, for most people to enjoy.
Yeah. And so folks who wanted to actually pick this up, James, where could they do so?
Yeah, they could go to WuyiOrigin.com. And I'd highly recommend also tasting their oolong. I think Denny and I are both fans of some of the teas they're making out there. So their duck shit aroma as well as their other ones. So thank you to Cindy over there for sending us this. And read up more on TeaDB.org. Lots of videos on oolongs, pu'ers. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button down below. And
follow us on Instagram. Tell your mom about this video. Comment below about how much your mom loves this video. Do all the things.
This one's dedicated to all the moms.
All the moms out there.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Cheers.